Comfort can be a killer if you're not careful. What we're going to do today is we're going to talk about 5 comforts that are killing your business. In life, you're either growing or you're dying, and I said it all the time, but growth and comfort cannot coexist. So sometimes the comfort we have in our lives, the things that maybe we get comfortable with, those are the very things that begin to deteriorate our lifestyle, our life, our health, everything around us. So what I want to do is I want to really focus on a few things in our business specifically that if you can let yourself get comfortable, it may be a foretell that your business may be ready to decline. It's also an opportunity for you to understand what those comforts are, take advantage of the opportunity to continue to grow in those, and then enjoy the comforts that this business gives you as well. The first comfort I see right now that agents are utilizing in a way that may be leading to a very difficult future in their business is the comfort of a good market. We've had such a great market for the last year. We really front-end loaded so many transactions. The business was so easy that a lot of agents have gotten to a place where they've maybe gotten some bad habits. Maybe they've just let things come to them instead of going out and making things happen. Are you at a place where the comfort of the past few years in the market has maybe let you have some bad habits creep in? Maybe now you don't time block your schedule. Maybe now you don't make outgoing calls to your prospects. Maybe it's been a little while since you've reached out to your past clients because in reality, as good as the market's been, you didn't have to. That has changed. We are at a place now where the market has changed and that comfort of maybe having that good market, it's gone. So now that comfort of having that good market, those bad habits are still there. Ultimately, we want to make sure that we don't let the comforts we've had over the last few years lead to us having more difficulty in our business in the coming years. The second comfort I see agents leaning into right now is the comfort of past success. We just talked about it being a good market, but there are some agents that have had so much success and it came so fast that they never planted good roots. They just took advantage of that good market, and now their ego is at a place where they believe that it was about them. Now listen, I'm going to give you a little story. That's what happened to me in 2004 and 5. I'd been in the business for a while. The market took off, my business took off, and I began to believe because of all the success I'd had, it was just going to come easy for me. That was not the case. In reality, it was the worst and the biggest comfort that I had in my life became the biggest and most difficult thing to overcome that I had. That's what led to my business going down dramatically and even faster than it went up. Understand, your past successes, congratulations. That what got you here though is not what's going to get you there. We need to make sure that we don't get comfortable that, hey, we're all that, and realize that now going forward, you've got to recreate yourself. You've got a different market you're dealing with. Those past successes can lead to future results as long as you don't let them go to your head. The third comfort I see that agents lean on is they have a large database. Now listen, I can go out and buy a database. I can go out and get all of the homeowners in certain subdivisions. But just because I have that database, that doesn't mean that I'm going to find success. It's all about adding value to that database. Again, going back, we're coming out of a time where you didn't have to do as much work to get the transactions that you got. Literally, business was coming to you. You were an order taker. You might as well have been working at Best Buy. Literally, people would come in, they'd tell you what they wanted, you wrote it up, and you got paid, not at a Best Buy employee level. Now, here we are now, we're at a place where we've got these databases that are full because of all of these past clients. We've got this database where we've got all the information because information is readily available. But what are you going to do with that? It's not just about having the information. It's about adding value to that group on a consistent basis. Are you taking advantage of the opportunities you have by the database you have and continuing to have it grow? Adding new people in consistently. Also, making sure that you're nurturing those folks that are in there and that you're reaching out personally. When you have a great database, making sure that you have a great nurture program and a great program where you're following up consistently with those folks and adding value, that's the key to success. Another comfort I see that agents are leaning on is one great lead source. Let me give you some caution here. If you only have one lead source right now, I don't care how good it is right now, things will change. I can remember people saying, gosh, this whole idea of Craigslist, all I have to do is post a property on there and I get 5 or 6 buyers that reach out to me. That was great. Guess what happened? We ruined it. Then you had Facebook. Facebook came on. We had the ability really to target exactly the individual we were looking for as far as a homeowner or a buyer very specifically. It was killer. It was everything that we ever wanted. Boom, Facebook changed. That lead source died immediately. We see it time and time again. I don't care what it is that you're doing right now to generate leads. Be prepared that if that were to stop, that you would have a backup plan in action. You would have multiple lead sources in place. If you only have one lead source, take this as an opportunity for you to go out and develop 2 or 3 other lead sources so that you make sure you've got diversity in your lead sources so that your business doesn't stall not if, but when that lead source becomes less effective. The 5th comfort I see that agents are leaning on right now is that you've got more money than you've ever had, and you believe that that money is going to sustain you forever. Let me just say this. Every single time that I've ever seen that we've come off of a huge run in this real estate market, I've been doing this 28 years now, I've made all the mistakes. I'm speaking from experience. It also is typically followed by a time that is a little more difficult. Even if you've got more money, listen, when the government prints $6 billion or $1 trillion and they dump it into the economy, you should have more money than you've ever had right now. That will not last, because just as easy as they put that out into the system, they vacuum it out. Here's what's happening as we're seeing all of the Fed funds rates as they're tightening, as they're trying to get ahead of inflation. Here's what's happening right now, and inflation's eating at it. You're having a situation where when the Fed basically came in and dumped all that money in, this is the way economists say it. It's like blowing up a balloon. You blow the balloon up, but you never tie it off. The second that you stop blowing air into the balloon, boom, all of a sudden the air begins to suck out just as fast as it went in. That's what we're looking at right now. Be prepared for that. Don't get complacent and comfortable with the amount of cash you have because it's more than you've ever had, because ultimately things change. Seasons happen. Now we're at a place where utilize that money to reinvest in your business. Utilize that money to reinvest in making yourself a better agent. Utilize that money to set yourself apart from other agents that are coasting now because they're come to a place where they've got more money than they've ever had also. Now is the time. Lean into your market. Reinvest in your business. Take the time to continue to grow yourself, because ultimately that comfort you have right now, it may not last forever. Be prepared, and if it does, that's great. If it doesn't, you're prepared, and you're really going to see your business grow at that point. Comfort's not always a bad thing, but it can be if you lean into it too much and you get too comfortable. Again, the things that we've gone over before, these are things that we're seeing agents do right now where they're getting a little too comfortable with something that could lead to their business going down. Make sure you're at a place where your comfort is balanced with the being uncomfortable enough to continue to grow. If you'll do these things, I promise, and these are things that I know, your business can't help but grow. I hope this has been helpful, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. I specifically chose the video below for you because it builds on the one you just watched. I hope it's helpful, and I'll talk to you soon.